Hello friends and welcome back. Today we're going to do a flip through of my October Traveler's Notebook in Planner Perfect. Welcome, my name is Julie Norman and I put out planner and planner related videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. My dog is here again with me. He is making some noise because I'm talking and not to him. So let's do a flip of what happened in October, and I will link for you my setup so you can compare, and I hope this gives you some ideas on how to do your traveler's notebook. And that's the purpose of these. It's not because, hey, look at me, look what I can do. It's more of, let's take a look at what can be done. Let's start off October, and it's actually in my September book, because if you've been with me for a while, you know that I work at my own pace. So I am a little bit behind on not using quite a traveler's notebook up in 1 month. This, by the way, is the wide size. So here's October. I set it up with a little bit of a flare. It's kind of nice sometimes to put the day or the month or something in the center, and you put everything around it. It's just one way to format it. A little bit of a journaling. I often set up my days like this, where I put my little cutout of my Mary Engelbreit calendar, and then I put off, my little love note to myself, my stuff we need to do today, we as in me, okay, and that's how I do a lot. And sometimes I will add in a little bit things. It's like a scrapbook, journal, planner, all in one, because if you want to have something to look back on and cherish, you should make it pretty and record a lot more of your life than just what you wanted to do in a day or where you had to go. There isn't a lot of life in that, so it's kind of good to add in a little bit more. I did show some of this in a previous flip through, so I'm not going to illustrate a lot of what's going on, because when I did my October setup, or was it September, whatever, one of the past ones, that I did review to the end of this journal. So that was my month in review for September, but I had a few days left of October. And then I moved into this October book. Again, we have wide. This is the Planner Perfect. It was from the subscription box. Okay, here's a note for you guys. I did unsubscribe from Planner Perfect. I'm kind of breaking up with them, and I will do a future video on why I am, and part of it is because of the scripting method, and part of it is I had some really bad customer service issues. I put my Silk and Sonder trackers in here, and I finished the month. Here's how I felt, and I color-coded how I felt during the month. It had mostly good days, which is nice, so that was a good way to just at a glance to see. And here is my habit trackers of making sure I did all my meds and all my health things. Another thing to do is you can set aside a couple days or a couple pages in the front of your book just to make notes that you want to have during the month. Like I was watching some videos on some theological stuff, and I wanted to get some new books to read, so I started to jot down some books. It can be anything you want. I mean, you can make your grocery list. You could make, your movies that you're watching, whatever you'd like, just to have like a little reference, your own personal reference book. And again, we're going back to my traditional way of setting up. Okay, here's a note here. You know those stickers? So these stickers that you get in your sticker books that are like these dots in a little strip, they're meant to be for when you make a list. So you would put this on your journal. I'll just take one off just to show you. And for example, if I put one here, I could make a list of all the things. Maybe because this is about thankfulness, maybe I would make a list of thankful things. Or maybe I would make a list of things I'd do that day or a week or whatever. But that's what those are for. But what I do is I put them on the side, and I put them here on near my date. And I will mark off my glasses of water. Now there are only 4 here, but that's okay. It takes me through the daytime, and then the evening, I'll probably have another glass or something. But it helps me to remember, okay, I've only had 1 or 2 glasses of water today. So that's how I do that. And you can tell. Okay, look at this. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I got a bunch of these on clearance for $4.99. So I have all these seasonal wrong stickers that I can use up for one season. I think I got 3 or 4 of these books for $4.99 each. Yeah, I love bargains, really. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. I love Hobby Lobby. And so there are a lot of those wrong stickers. I really wasn't into those before I got the stickers, like the sticker books. I always gave them a pass because I thought, this isn't really my style, it's for a younger crowd, but I really like how the stickers function. There's a lot of squares, there's a lot of fun artwork and stuff, so I've been enjoying having a little bit more fall flair to add to my pages. And I tried morning pages one morning, and basically what I did, morning pages, if you don't know what it is you're supposed to, based on the book, The Artist's Way, take, I think it's 3 pages, what is it? I wrote it down. Something about 3 pages every morning and just write, like, it's what they call a brain dump. I don't like the term, I usually use brain flow, and write out everything so you get it all out of your mind and out of the way, and you write it by hand. So I tried it once and I thought, it's not really for me. So I know you're supposed to try it for longer. But I also do my scripture writing in the morning, so I would be writing for like probably a whole hour or so by hand, and that just takes too long. That's just not into my flow of how I like to do my planning. And here we go with the weird sticker stuff going on. We had a lot of snow happening. We are right now in 70 degrees right now, but this weekend we're going to have snow again. And I kind of got carried away with the alpaca stickers, and they're now the 4 camelids of alpaca lips. Yeah, I've got a weird sense of humor. And if you're here for a while, you'll know, and hopefully you'll like me anyways. Imagine. Oh, here's when I was figuring out my NaNoWriMo word count. I'm into that. I haven't been doing very well on it, though, because I'm in day 2 and I haven't even gotten my day 1 goal. Or I'm in day 3 and I haven't gotten my day goal. Oh well. And this is a Silk and Sonder artwork, and this one I just cut out and then I affixed it in here. Sometimes I'll have all these like to-do lists like this, and then it's not that pretty, so I will cover it up with something else when I'm done with them. And that's just the way I work, because I don't really I don't need to remember what I had to do, what my to-do list was. I'd rather see something pretty or something that I want to remember. Here's looking for different health trackers, and that I used those ideas to set up my health trackers for November, and I did do a video on the setup for you. I would love to know how you guys track things too. Yeah, coop clean out, I think. Is that when we did it? You always have to clean out the coop. The downside of having critters outside. All the guineas and chickens. And here we're getting in. You can see on a lot of these pages this colored in. That's colored pencils. I don't use highlighters anymore. This was the last day. It's Halloween. We went to pick up our Walmart grocery order. We tried that. I'll link below for you if you'd like. It's actually pretty slick, because you can do frozen and dairy and fresh produce, and you can't do that with Target, at least out here. I would rather support Target, but what do you do? Anyway, my eggs were fragile, so I just thought I would capture that. So that is my flip through of October. I had almost forgotten it was Halloween, guys, on the 31st, because my husband was out with cows, with the neighbors. That is the day that I recorded the Tuesday video, and it just didn't feel like Halloween. We never get trick-or-treaters out here. Our nearest neighbor is about half a mile, and after that it's miles, like a mile or 6 miles, so there's not a lot of young kids either. So I almost forgot about Halloween. I didn't even buy candy. Usually I buy 1 bag and we eat it ourselves, and just in case a neighbor kid will come over, but they never do. So, I mean, it's ranch, it's rural Montana, that's just what happens. So that is my flip through of how October went. I do like how it went. I think it just, when I look back at the pages, I really enjoyed looking at it. I like to see the change of the colors into oranges and yellows and browns, even those are probably the ones I would wear. But it was an enjoyable one. I am looking forward to being into my November book. I just have a few more days to finish up this one, and then I'll be into the rooster. So thank you so much for watching with me, and I would love to hear your ideas and how you're setting up your month, or how did your October go? I would like to hear how yours is going to. So thank you so much for watching. Have a joyful day. Goodbye. Yes, postscript time. Okay, I found my sign, my PS sign, and then I lost it again. So it just doesn't, it's camera shy, so you just pretend you're seeing a sign that says PS on it. Okay, so I said I would do my nail update. I know I'm doing a lot of nail updates. It isn't really a beauty channel at all, because that's really not what I am into. But this struggle with nails has been a long time. And I did mention that in a previous video that I have some different things going on. This is my new nail color. Now, Color Street, which I had reviewed a little bit in a former PS, is actually, the company makes 3 different brands, or 3 different, brands of nails. So, besides Color Street, which is multi-level marketing, where these are between $10 and $14, depending on if you get solids, glitter, whatever, there are 2 other brands that do the same thing. One is in Cocoa, and the other one is Coconut Nails. And their difference is that, okay, Color Street gives you more nail strips. This one gives you 16. I think Color Street has more. There's more in there. And this one in Cocoa is a little different. Sorry, that was my dog. He does that. He's so cute. This one gives you 12 coconut nails, but they both say in Cocoa on them. This was about 5 something at Walmart, and this was around 4 something at Walmart. And I could never remember the prices. I'll try to link that below for you. But this is part of my Walmart pickup. So I decided to try this one, and the nails tips look like this. And I have them in a Ziploc bag. I learned my lesson not to light them on fire. The bag, that is, not the nails. And this one, the tips fitting, they fit fine. But the first time I applied one on my nail, with the Color Street, they say to secure it down the middle, and then you can stretch them to the edges if you need to. So I tried that, and it ripped. The very first tip of this one ripped. And so I'm like, oh crap, this is going to be bad quality. But then I started to peel it up, and it didn't want to peel up. I had a heck of a time getting it off, and I had to use some nail polish remover to get it off. So then another thing with this one is that they feel a lot more like plastic than the Color Street. So there is a quality difference between this one and the Color Street that I reviewed before. I know they're made by the same company, but you can always make a generic brand that doesn't have everything. So yeah, they're cheaper. They're like less than half the price. They are a little less quality. I'm going to see in a week or so if they stand up. I do like that this is a lighter color than what I had before. I think I had like the blue purpley one, which you could see the tip wearing right away on it. This one will be a little bit harder to see. Oh, and after I did my other video, when I was showing you my nail update, afterwards, they just kept flaking off because I think they were dried, and I ended up taking them all off and putting this on the same day. So I will let you know how this one goes, and after that I'm going to try this one. You know what I think would be fun to do is to get 3 sets. Like I would get the Color Street, the in Cocoa, and then the Coconut, and then alternate, every 3rd finger do one. That'd be kind of fun. Get the same color and see if there's any difference. So I think I might try that. I do have a Color Street order because I really like the Color Street quality better than this, and they have a buy 3 get 1 free. I even looked into, do I want to join just for the discount? Those MLMs are so tempting, so I don't know if I want to go down to that rabbit hole. Would you order from me if I did? This has been a real game changer for me. If you've seen my earlier videos, you've seen how bad my nails are, and I've never had nice nails this long before. So that's all I have today. Thank you for watching to the end of my really not a nail beauty channel, but I'm doing this. So talk to you later. Have a joyful day. Goodbye.